Hi everybody and welcome back to the Grey Reaper channel. For various reasons it's been just shy of 2 months since I fired a shot in anger, but as you'll see I've managed to get a couple of sessions back out on the Grey Scourge. Warning, this is a pest control video. If you are not comfortable watching this content, please switch off now. You have been warned. Now I got here at 5 o'clock in the morning and was all set up pretty quickly. Now the area that I was shooting into was very dark, but the pod is doing a fantastic job of lightening up the images. In some of these upcoming clips I have taken out quite a bit of footage, but what it does still show is how sometimes some greys will get really spooked when they see one dead grey on the ground, and at other times they won't even be bothered if there's about 4 or 5. Now after I shot the first grey, there was another grey to my right alarm calling for nearly 20 minutes before it decided to shut up. I can only presume that it was this one and it decided to come to the feeder. And at times like these you've just got to be patient, because there's no way that you can actually pull the trigger on one of these when they're moving about so much. And remember, this is only the second squirrel of the day, so there's one dead grey underneath, and this is how this one reacts. And what happens when I get a shot? It ducks. But anyway, it only climbs about 4 or 5 feet above the feeder before sitting and then coming back down. Now from previous experience, when this happens I normally pop out and pick them up after I've shot the second one, just so that the squirrels don't get spooked before they actually come anywhere near the feeders. So bearing in mind I've just picked up 2 dead greys from underneath, and the way this one's acting, the only thing I can think of is that it spotted quite a bit of blood underneath, and that's why it's quite apprehensive. As you can see by the way the tail's flicking, it definitely is not happy. finally its belly does get the better of it and decides to pop up to the feeder, although it does go onto the roof, but it's not a problem. Now, in total contrast, this one doesn't seem even bothered that there's a dead grey underneath and just goes about its merry way. Just takes a little bit of time to go up to the feeder. So after I shot that last one, which is number 4, I did pop back out and pick the 2 dead greys up, but unfortunately it was about an hour and a quarter before the next one arrived. In this feeder, which is in a garden, I'm using the chipmunk and squirrel mix, which I showed in a previous video, and it's doing really well in pulling in the greys. If you live in the County Durham area, please pop over to Wheatley Hill Pet and Corn and help support local businesses. Well, it's 3 days later and I'm out on a fairly recently acquired permission. Although it's only the second time I've shot this one, as a group of 3 of us, we've taken out 76 so far since about March. This one seems to exhibit the same behaviour twice. The second time it wasn't so lucky. This one just appeared out of nowhere, and as you can see, it doesn't seem fussed at all that there's 2 or 3 dead greys underneath the feeder. in this clip I did have to cut out a little bit of footage as well. It just didn't seem to want to come down out of the bough of the tree, but eventually it does. And as we occasionally get dog walkers about 25 yards to the right across the stream, I just didn't want to take the shot as there's no safe backstop. Unfortunately, the sun's making a right old mess of this clip. I'm not sure what it's looking at, but I definitely know it isn't me, because I'm sat stock still in my pop-up hide. I'm not moving at all. The amount of claret this one drops makes a right old mess of the feeder underneath. Once again, another attendee that doesn't like what it's seeing. Well, this is the last clip of a nice double figure productive morning. hope you enjoyed watching the video, and if you did, please like, share and subscribe, and put a comment in the comment box to help the channel grow. In the meantime, here's two from the archive for you to watch.